Welcome back to Investing Talk Podcast. Today we're looking at a company that's really been catching a lot of attention lately, riding that huge wave of generative AI interest. We're talking about Rezolve AI. And the question you sent in is pretty direct. Based on everything that's been happening, the forecasts, is Rezolve AI actually a good buy right now?
Yeah, it's one of those classic high-growth tech puzzles, isn't it? Needs a bit of careful unpacking. Resolve AI. They're in a very specific leading spot in the market. Think AI-driven retail, e-commerce enablement. They offer this quite sophisticated platform, right? It connects merchants and consumers using generative AI. And not just for like basic chatbots. It's about personalizing the entire engagement, every transaction, and doing it at scale.
Right, like bringing that sort of Amazon-level personalization powered by serious AI to potentially any big retailer.
Exactly that. That's
Yeah.
the pitch.
Okay, that positioning really is key. They're laser focused on actually commercializing AI in retail, which, I mean, that's a massive potential market. And look, if you find this kind of analysis helpful, where we synthesize all these different sources for you, please do hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, maybe leave us a comment. And definitely, if there's a specific company you want us to look into next time, drop that name in the comments below. We do read them.
Yeah, we do. So our goal today, it's pretty clear. We're going through the sources, covering what's happened recently, the operational stuff, the, let's call it interesting financial picture this company presents,
Mm-hmm.
what's coming up, those milestones, and yeah, the big risks too. We'll pull it all together to help you think about the timing, whether now's the moment for potential entry into Resolve AI.
Okay, let's start with what they've actually been doing. Last quarter, say July through September 2025, you mentioned that specific niche, that specialization mode. They aren't trying to be everything to everyone in AI. So what have they achieved recently that shows, that their strategy is actually gaining traction?
Well, the last few months really show some calculated moves, not just market hype. Back in July, they kicked off a pilot program, successfully launched it, with a major European retail chain. It's for integrating their AI commerce solutions. And pilots like these, they're the first crucial step, right? Success there can lead to those huge long-term revenue contracts that really drive the growth story everyone's betting on.
And crucially, they also shored up their finances around the same time.
Exactly. Also in July, they did a secondary offering, raised $10 million.
Okay.
Now, $10 million, you might think, well, compared to a $1 billion plus valuation?
Yeah, seems kind of small.
Right. But the thinking was likely strategic. Strengthen the balance sheet, get immediate cash, liquidity for specific investments, partnerships, R&D. It shows a certain market discipline, actually.
Okay. And the partnerships piece suggests they're looking beyond just like core retail platforms, expanding distribution.
That's spot on. In August, Rezolve AI announced a partnership with a prominent fintech provider. Now, this is important because it really broadens their potential customer base. Think co-branded AI sales automation tools reaching banks, financial services, maybe? Management must feel pretty good about this push because that same month, August, they publicly reiterated their guidance, still calling for double-digit revenue growth and, interestingly, improved gross margins for the full fiscal year 2025.
Right. Basically telling the market, yeah, the economy's choppy, but we're hitting our marks.
Exactly. And when management publicly doubles down like that, investors tend to pay attention. And then the preliminary Q3 results seem to back that up.
Ah, okay. What did they show?
So September brought those prelim numbers,
Yeah.
showed accelerated client acquisitions, better recurring revenue metrics, all positive signs. But maybe the most telling signal, digging through the filings,
Yeah.
was the reported institutional inflows in September.
The big money moving in.
Yeah, hedge funds, investment managers,
Right.
they started showing up buying significant blocks of shares. So it suggests this isn't just, retail excitement. It's professional investors starting to validate that long-term story.
Okay, that institutional buy-in is definitely noteworthy. But now we got to tackle the big elephant in the room, this financial paradox. The valuation is sky high, suggesting huge faith in the future, right?
I do.
But the actual numbers today, well, they tell a different story. Let's break down the fundamentals.
Yeah, it's a textbook example, really, a growth company where the market cap seems almost disconnected from current operations. So trailing 12 months revenue, TTM, it's sitting at about $5.3 million. But the growth rate is there year over year. Fiscal 2024 revenue was just under $188,000.
Right.
That was up nearly 30%, 29.5% from 2023. So demand is expanding. You can see that.
Okay, 30% growth is good.
Yeah.
But the expectation gap, market cap is $1.76 billion. That's
Yeah.
what investors paying something like 330 times current sales for this stock. That's huge.
It's absolutely huge. It signals massive confidence in future dominance, yes. But that confidence, it comes with a pretty stark reality check. Here's the tough part. The net loss. It ballooned significantly. Jumped to a loss of $172.65 million in 2024.
Whoa, hang on. A loss widening by 461.7% year over year. That sounds like more than just growing pains.
Not bad.
That's burning through cash at an incredible rate. How do you even square that massive cash burn with the fact that, 7 analysts are still slapping a strong buy on it? With an $8.93 price target.
Right. Well, the analysts, their view is that this huge loss is essentially strategic investment. They see this widening loss reflecting that super aggressive spending we talked about, expanding the market, landing those big pilot deals, and crucially pouring money into R&D to stay ahead on the generative AI curve. So the argument is they're sacrificing profits now to grab market share and perfect the tech for the long haul. If, and it's a big if they execute properly, the analysts believe that potential upside, the $8.93 target, makes the current risk worth taking. But yeah, the risk is absolutely real.
And the risk isn't just the burn rate itself, is it? It's also about what we don't know, based on the sources. What's missing? What critical info should you, the listener, be really wary about here?
This is probably the biggest red flag, honestly. The sources point out there's just not enough public information, not enough disclosure on key things like free cash flow, or even absolute debt levels, and finding easily verifiable SEC filings with all those details. Apparently not straightforward, so what does that suggest? It forces you to assume they're leaning heavily on selling stock, on equity funding to fuel this expansion.
Right, dilution risk.
Massive potential dilution risk
Yeah.
long term. You've got high cash burn, high net losses. Every time they potentially issue more stock to cover those costs, your slice of the pie gets smaller. That lack of transparency is probably the biggest anchor holding back the investment case right now. It needs careful consideration.
Okay, let's shift focus then. Look ahead. We need some actionable events, some catalysts. What are the key things investors should be watching for over the next, say, 3 months, October through December 2025? What could actually move the needle on the stock price?
Right, near term, all eyes are on earnings. First up, preliminary Q3 numbers expected around October 15th. That'll give an early hint about how client acquisition is trending. Then the main event, the full Q3 earnings report and the investor call on November 14th. Any new guidance for the future, updated customer metrics, the market will jump on that. Especially if they can show, any sign of slowing that burn rate while still accelerating revenue, that combo. The stock could react very strongly, likely upwards.
Makes sense. What about things outside the company itself, broader market stuff or seasonal factors?
Yeah, a couple of things. There's the major ETF quarterly rebalancing on October 31st. If Rezolve AI gets added to some new indexes, index funds basically have to buy shares. That boosts volume, liquidity, could be a technical tailwind. Then, given their whole focus is retail, the Black Friday, Cyber Monday recap, usually around December 1st, becomes pretty important.
A real-world stress test.
Exactly. It gives actual insight into how well their tech is being adopted during the peak shopping season. Is it working? Are clients happy? And finally, there's another institutional holdings update scheduled for December 15th. That'll show if those big funds are sticking around, adding more, or maybe getting nervous.
Okay, useful days to watch.
Yeah.
Now let's look at the chart, the technicals. The stock's clearly been on a run. What's the price momentum telling us?
Now, the technical picture is pretty strongly bullish right now. The stock made a huge move up from its 52-week low, which was down near $1.07. Recent highs touched around $6.23. It's a big percentage gain. And importantly, it's consistently trading above both its key moving averages, the 50-day and the 200-day. That generally confirms a well-established, pretty powerful upward trend is in place. Analysts looking short-term are suggesting a kind of bullish trading range, maybe $7 up to $11 for the next 3 months. That signals pretty high conviction and continued momentum.
Okay, trend looks good, but the beta, minus 0.21, that jumped out at me. For listeners maybe not deep in the technical weeds, why would a high-growth, arguably high-risk AI stock like this have a negative correlation to the overall market? That seems counterintuitive.
Yeah, it is fascinating, isn't it? And it's probably the key takeaway from the technicals. A negative beta means basically the stock often zens when the S&P 500 zags. It moves somewhat independently. What that tells us is its value, its price movement, is being driven almost entirely by company-specific news. Things like Did they land that big client? Did they announce a new partnership? Did they beat earnings expectations? It's less tied to general worries about the economy or interest rates, things that move the whole market. So for an investor, this means Resolve AI could act as a potential diversifier in a portfolio. Its risk is more isolated, tied specifically to their success in AI for commerce, not just broad market swings. And that can actually help if you're trying to build a position, accumulate shares, because it might be less volatile during big market sell-offs.
All right, now we get to the really interesting part, maybe the highest risk, highest reward element, the speculation. The rumors swirling around. We've seen the growth they have validated, and we've seen those eye-watering financials. What are the whispers? What speculative things are out there that could provide that sort of exponential jump needed to justify this enormous valuation?
Well, the speculation really centers on big corporate moves, things that would instantly validate their tech and their customer base on a grand scale. The most persistent chatter, the one you hear most often, is about a potential partnership with a really large cap tech company. Rumor has it it's a US-based giant, and the partnership would be about deploying Rezolve's platform internationally.
Wow, okay. That would be huge.
Massive. If that gets confirmed, it doesn't just validate their intellectual property, it could instantly solve any distribution challenges they might have globally. Big potential catalysts.
A partnership like that is one thing. What about, the ultimate exit, acquisition talk?
That's definitely out there, too. There's strong speculation, market talk, that Rezolve AI is seen as a prime strategic acquisition target. Think about it. They have potentially powerful IP, a growing list of enterprise clients in a hot sector. That makes them very attractive to established tech players who want to buy, rather than build, instant leadership in generative AI for retail. Any credible hint of M&A talks could send the stock price soaring almost immediately.
Right, and anything on the product side, expanding geographically.
Yes. There are hints, maybe from insider whispers or industry talk, about a pending AI product launch specifically for the APAC region. Asia Pacific, that could happen before the end of the year. Obviously, tapping into those massive Asian markets would open up significant new revenue streams. And then finally, just looking at the trading mechanics, there's apparently high reported short interest in the stock.
Setting up for a potential squeeze.
It makes a short squeeze scenario quite plausible, yeah. If some really positive news hits unexpectedly, a huge earnings beat, that rumored partnership gets confirmed. The short sellers might rush to buy back shares to cover their positions, and that waves of buying could trigger a really sharp, kind of outsized jump in the price. So pulling all that together, the strong conviction from analysts, that specialized platform, the rapid scaling of revenue, even with the losses, and the strong share price momentum. The overall rating from the sources leans pretty clearly bullish. Let's call it an 8.5 out of 10.
An 8.5. Okay, so
Yeah.
boiling it down, what's the final investment rationale for someone listening?
Well, the core idea is this. Yes, the net losses are dramatic, but they kind of align with the sort of aggressive spending you almost expect to see from a company trying to carve out leadership in a brand new critical technological field like generative AI for commerce. So it presents potentially as an attractive idea for both maybe shorter term trading, trying to play those upcoming Q3 results or potential partnership news, and for longer term holding. If you believe in the whole secular trend of AI transforming global commerce, this is a way to play that. Essentially, you're buying into the future potential, not the current earnings picture. That's the bet. Hashtag #FDAptros.
Okay, so wrapping this up for you, what does it all mean? We've laid out a company with, let's be clear, significant fundamental risks. That huge cash burn, the 461% jump in losses, the questions around full financial transparency, those are real. But that risk seems balanced against potentially very significant rewards. You've got that high analyst consensus, a focused growth engine in a hot area, several clear catalysts coming up soon, and of course those potentially powerful speculative rumors swirling around.
Yeah, and it really brings up the ultimate question for you, the listener, doesn't it? Given how much they seem to rely on equity funding, and given that necessary aggressive R&D spend, that multi-billion-dollar valuation, it hinges completely on execution risk. Can they deliver? So the decision for you really comes down to how much weight you put on that huge market cap, which is basically the market's faith in their future dominance, versus the harsh reality of the current steep losses and the very real potential for your investment to get diluted if that execution falters. You're essentially betting entirely on management's ability to turn all that investor faith into actual operational results, probably within the next, say, 18 months or so. It's a high-stakes game.
Definitely a lot to weigh there.
Yeah.
Hopefully this discussion has given you the knowledge you need to make a more informed decision about the timing and whether Rezolve AI fits your own risk tolerance right now.
Thank you.